All right. Welcome, everyone, to Shattered Lands, Shield Wardens Session 7. When last we left off, our party made it to the idyllic city of Idoras on Ninias in pursuit of Lucia, the maid of Senator Crassos, who died, was poisoned. They figured out by most likely Lucia, who just then happened to be going on a vacation the next day, catching a very expensive ship off island to a resort island city area. And so, in pursuit, Randall Romes gathered up his newly met Aarakocra pilot of the Feather on the Wind and was able to convince her into allowing him and his group to jump on board, hire her ship out for a little while. And she, of course, took them to Idoras, where she told them they'd have about a week or so before she had to move on for her other business that she was kind of waiting around for anyways. And the party went in. They started a little fight that Randall was able to charm Person for to get out of on the docks, and found some information as to a few of the passengers aboard the Rashad. They went into the city proper. They ran into an old friend, Marcos, tried to kill and almost succeeded in killing Marcos in the middle of the town. And then they also saw, during that fight, Lucia get thrown out of a window. Luckily, our bard was able to cast Featherfall and save her from imminent splat. And then we're able to kind of escape the city with her. The perpetrator of that seemed to look a lot like Lucius, despite the fact that Lucius was on the ground. And with all that, they escaped the city. They took Lucia with her. They questioned Lucia, who claims to have stayed with a friend the night before her departure, was kind of given this as a gift, and was, kind of just going along with it as you do. Because, when you have a rich uncle in Nigeria sending you money, you don't question it, right? And there she found herself in this resort area with the party hot on her heels. So that is kind of where we've left off. They've gotten her out of the city, and they've gotten to an area kind of inland a little bit amongst some rocks. Peos was able to find kind of a camp area, and we're going to resume with the party as they get up in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
Are we alive?
Pios is not to be seen within the area.
Oh shit. They got Pios.
Sure he didn't run away to do.
He's sure he's not doing his morning jog.
I gotta ask, what kind of man goes for a morning jog when you're being chased by everybody?
I mean, they wants to kill giants with rocks.
Yeah, alright, fair one.
I'll send Daisy in the sky about 100 feet and just do a little scan of the area. See if I can see him obviously hunting for breakfast or hiding or
Give him some guidance while he's doing that.
Or anyone else creeping towards our position right now.
Yeah, the standard.
Alright. So, give me a perception check, I believe with advantage, because Daisy is an owl, right? Peos.
Oh, yeah.
26 on the stealth rolls.
Guidance, by the way.
Thank you.
And what is
I just want to see.
Peos is up.
Peos is out, not only is doing his morning rituals, but also he figured the party needs, breakfast and stuff like that, so he's hunting too. I rolled a 26 on stealth.
And I got a D4. I got an 8
8
total for perception.
Yeah, Daisy is distracted by something. And or just kind of the morning fog here makes it very tough to kind of gather much information of what's going on the ground.
Is foggy around us right now?
It is now, yes. I'm going to go with that because that would explain why an owl doesn't see a damn thing.
Okay.
So yeah, a fairly decently thick fog.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's the plan then?
Well, we should find out who threw her out the window.
Yeah.
Because if they threw her out the window and stabbed her, I'm not sure they're going to be happy that she's unstabbed and still walking.
Agreed.
Um,
Probably try it again.
So can we ask this this maid about the yesterday in the room? And you said one of them looked like our gesture to Lucius. Was there more than one or just two?
Just one. Just
And-
Lucius
and-
showed up, and
Did they say anything?
not really. They said they came bringing the rest of the. Well, part of the vacation was going to be paid for, the monetary side of things for my time. They said they brought that and asked if they could come in, and they brought like a basket, like a fruit with it, and they were said they wanted to set it down for me, and I let them in thinking, it was part of the rest of this thing. And I mean, who else would know that there was anything going on? And when I turned around to like organize some things. I mean, I hadn't cleaned up 100% from the night before. I just kind of had changed and left things lying around, So I was straightening up, and when I turned around, they had a dagger in their hand. And I tried to dodge a little bit, and they got me. And then he grabbed me and ran me towards the window and chucked me out the window.
2 questions. And I know I'm asking a lot from you. It was a very traumatic evening. But the dagger, was it identifiable?
So weird. I would
Or was
never use a dagger.
Well, I mean,
We know you would, but maybe the person that looked like you as an emblem or something on the dagger. I don't know. A specific style of dagger, maybe. Was it unique or just a box standard
I don't
end of the
know.
road blacksmith dagger?
I don't know daggers very well. There wasn't anything that anything that I can recall special about it, but I mean, I was getting stabbed, so I didn't really take time to check for the maker's mark on it.
Of course,
Alright.
I understand.
No less than. It's a valid question.
No,
Trying to help you out.
it
So
totally
that's
is.
Fantastic.
I get it. I'm still a little shaken up. I'm sorry. I've been a maid since I was out of service, and other than that, I've done nothing exciting. My service wasn't even that special. I was mainly garrisoned on this island. Even I didn't even see much action at all, just some training, and I'm pretty sure my trainer sucked, so didn't learn much.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit on it. I shouldn't have shied at you just then. That's my mistake. I think again.
The second part of that question, now I understand, you may not remember. When he grabbed you, how can I?
I'm gonna step away for a second so she don't see me, because I'm pretty sure this lady's still confused as shit and probably looking at me
Yeah, I mean, there's still a bit of wariness, so yeah, you're welcome to kind of step around. There's kind of a field of rocks, trees area Payos found is a decently covered spot, so as far as like visual from external, so you're definitely welcome to find a spot to step out.
When he grabbed you, was it when he did you, was it how do I describe an illusion to, I'll turn to Randall, how do I describe an illusion to somebody that might not know it's an illusion?
Oh, I got this. All right.
Okay.
See my hands? Yeah. All right. I'm going to touch you right now. Okay. I'm going to make it very clear that I'm going to touch you right now. You aware of it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to place my hands on her hips right here. I'm going to say, can you feel that?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to grab her hips just a little bit tighter. Okay. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Right. Tell me at what point you feel that you can still feel my hands very tightly on you. Okay? Now you sleight of hand to do the pressure trick where you're holding down on someone for a good minute. Feels like it's still there, and you can slowly bring it away there. The point where the deadened.
Okay. Now.
As I do that, I'm going to place mage hand on my hand where my hand was before. Okay? All right. I'm going to say, can you feel anything there still?
Yeah.
But my hands are here.
So magic?
I want you to have a sense of non-touch. Do you feel the difference between a physical, actual thing and something that's a phantasmal effect that's fooling you? Let me try a different way. Hold on. I don't have any illusory magic at all. I'm like the worst bard in the history of time.
Sorry, you're all about the social part of things more than that.
Like 100%. I don't have anything. I literally have nothing at all. I don't have animate object either, do I? I have nothing. Oh, I'm useless at this, mate. I literally turn around to Hendrix and I go, there, nailed it. You're welcome.
Thank you, Randall. So, last night when he grabbed you, by any chance did it feel like the grab was smaller than what the hands perceived it to be? Or maybe larger than what? If someone's using a disguise self spell, they can only look and it's illusionary. So if they were a bigger or a smaller person, because Lucian's quite bulky, their hands would be maybe bigger or smaller. I'm trying to figure out if it was
Let's use Lou as the example then. Lou, get over here, mate.
Alright, I'll show back up there, feeling bad for this lady because she thinks
she's gonna get some Vietnam flashbacks if I'm not careful.
Pretty much PTSD and everything.
He's going to touch you in exactly the same place where he touched you before, and I want you to tell me if his hands feel the same size or much bigger than last time. All right?
Okay.
Lou, touch that woman, but appropriately.
I feel bad, but I'll just be like, where did he grab you and just?
He grabbed my shoulder and she takes one of your hands and she's kind of trembling, but she like guides it to the shoulder, like where the grabbed him, and the front of my dress, and guides your hand to that spot and kind of ran me backwards. We weren't that far from the window to start with, and I didn't know where or what the window was. Like, you know, I'd only been there one night, and then I felt myself get shoved back, and I almost kind of like tripped over like the windowsill. Like you pushed me with enough force to just send me out falling.
No, we're not down that was an actual physical thing. But I'm saying right now, as Lucius is touching your shoulder and is picking you up and throwing you right now, does that actually feel the same as yesterday?
Yes.
It feels exactly the same.
I mean, as close as I can kind of feel it.
No? Lucius, you got a brother?
Not that I know of, but I should find out. But about that, can we talk for a second? And he'll go off to the side.
With me?
Both of you.
Oh,
Me as well. Yeah.
As you guys
sit
are
tight.
stepping off to the side.
Eventually, as y'all step off to the side, Chaos literally comes out of the bushes right next to y'all.
oh, hello. You know what? I'm not getting that scared of you anymore. Isn't that weird?
There's soldiers looking for us.
Okay, so I'm back to being scared of you. What's going on?
Lovely.
How many?
They're doing routine patterns not too far away from here. We need to pick up camp and move.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, well, before we decide to go, I just wanted to let you guys know that whoever this is, I definitely need to find out who it is because I haven't really told this to much people, but my father is not a human. He's a divine being. Not that he really cares about me. I've only seen him a few times, but I'm pretty sure if somebody that looks like me is running around killing people, it's not going to look good on him, and there might be problems.
I know you're strong, mate, but divine being.
Yeah, that's the reason I can use magic, because it's in my blood.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I also have divine stuff in my blood. It's called wine, mate. No, all right, it's fine. Let's pick up the bird. Get on your back there, Lulu. Miles, you want to lead us out of this pattern?
Indeed. And
No, I
Pius goes ahead and begins heading out in a totally different direction from what he saw of the patterns going back and forth with the guards and stuff. So I guess I would assume that was, what was that? The city's south, right?
The city would be north. The main city is north from you guys. So
North. Okay, then
yeah,
Which way's the lake?
that as well is going to be more northerly than. Yeah, you're. It's kind of northeast from you guys.
okay, so probably gonna head the exact opposite of that.
Okay. So southward
Southwest.
towards the mountains, or
Yeah, more mountainy.
okay.
And
Sounds
find. I'm gonna do find locations where like how they're searching was they kind of like spread out, kind of doing that whole, looking for people search, like when you missing persons, like when they spread out
Fanning
and look, fanning out.
in a way, I mean, it seems to be smaller groups from what you spotted, and it's tough with the fog and everything, but your ability to spot shifts and swirls in the fog from your vantage point as you were hunting, of which you caught a couple of like small rabbit type creatures. You were able to spot little patches of so it seems like they're not super fanned out. It's not like there's 100 soldiers walking in straight lines, but there's small patches or groups of individuals moving kind of across the area. So they're starting to make a work through the city itself.
Okay.
While you guys go, we're heading southwest, somewhere in there, towards the mountains.
Yeah, higher ground,
trees, higher ground,
higher ground. As well as possibility of looking for a spot that we can get them bottlenecked into just in case if we have to take them out.
Okay, sounds good. Can you give me a stealth, and then Peos? Why don't you also give me a survival?
Okay. So just the survival for me or both?
Both from you.
Okay.
Because you're trying to both move without someone spotting you, and you're trying to guide them out of this area in unfamiliar ground.
Boy, I got my armor on, so try
I'm
to
gonna-
sneak gonna be noisy.
I'm going to throw a little whisper into the badger's ear and be like, little personal message from me to you. I hope that you can find the path that is true. We're surrounded right now by a whole bunch of bad guys. We need to disappear immediately from their eyes. I know you can do it. I believe in you, chap. Just seriously, hurry up like a thunderclap. I'm going to give him a little bit of a bardic inspiration. Freestyle!
Like, and which one is it? D6?
Yeah, it's D6.
Okay.
And
I use
that if you have, you can also, as an ability check, you can re-roll the bardic inspiration die.
What was that last part? Ability? Oh, if I do ability
re-roll the bardic inspiration
Yeah.
die for those.
So 2d6, then take the highest one.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 24 on my survival, but I rolled a 14 on my stealth, which I'm going to add bardic inspiration to that.
Okay, so 19.
19, yeah.
What did everyone else get for their stealth?
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself before I do this.
Alright.
21, bitches!
Nice roll. Nice roll.
Because I'm a halfling. I make dwarves sound like clunkers.
I
That's
got 16.
16. Alright.
not bad for a human, I guess.
Pretty good so far. What did Lucius get?
Do you have to roll disadvantage on stealth?
Yeah, he has to roll disadvantage. He gave himself guidance to try to mitigate that.
So 11.
Okay. Alright, guys. Survival was something ridiculous, right? Yeah, 24. As far as the navigation side of things, luckily you are able to kind of quickly gather the direction. I mean, there's mountains. That helps. So you're also able to find a pretty efficient path that gives you decent cover and also kind of gets you moving in the right direction. All in all, you guys had decent enough stealth rolls that I think, in general, you're doing okay. You're progressing through. You don't feel overly that you have been spotted or anything, and so yeah, you guys are maneuvering your way slowly further and further south. Now, trying to avoid the cities, I'm assuming, because there are two other main cities that are here. And you spot, as you kind of make your path through this area, you spot various little farms and little communities that I'm assuming we're also avoiding, unless there's something in particular you're looking to, facilitate.
I'm totally avoiding all people. That way, we don't just attract any unwanted attention to ourselves. So,
sounds good. While Peos is searching out your path, anyone who would be overly looking out can give me a perception check to see if they're spotting anything externally.
I feel like I'd have my head on a swivel. 16.
I'll give you guidance as well.
D4 it is then. +4, dirty 20.
Nice. You spot now a pair of flying figures or creatures kind of soaring around, doing larger search pattern sort of things at a decent distance at the moment right now.
Just pass that up down the line, people. It looks like they've got air support.
Important is this guy.
He get rid of
soldiers. He has an aerial infantry. They've got a freaking manhunt going on. I expected maybe a team of 6, maybe 10 guys to come after us, but this is an entire army. I'm just saying. Next time when you guys try and kill someone, yeah?
Succeed, dang it.
Yeah.
Alright.
If only.
Alright. Do we have an idea of what kind of flying creatures these are?
Dirty 20 is going to give him a pretty good sight of it. Why don't you give me a nature roll, Hendrix? I'm sure the top of any fighter's abilities.
Oh. You say you give me guidance again?
Yeah.
Guidance.
7 total.
Okay.
Nature's not my thing.
They're big flying creatures. Not 100% sure what they are. At the distance at which they are. They do seem to be kind of swooping back and forth in general. They are
Do I see if they're being ridden, or are they just a single flying creature?
It appears like as they kind of bank, you think you spot someone on their back.
Okay.
And they do kind of generally be making their patterns southward, like towards the mountains.
You know what the worst part about all this is, right?
What?
We have to go back through all of that to get back to our ship.
Yeah, we got a week. They're not going to do this every day, are they? Sure.
We should find a shop and get different clothing, so it'd be easier for us to get through town.
Yeah.
At least some cover overhead.
Yeah, maybe I can just stand on Pius' shoulders, and that way it looks like it's 3 average build people.
Or I can put you on my shoulders and then put a cloak over us.
Alright.
Is that 3 goblins in a trench coat?
I'm not feeling great about this, guys. I don't like being in the countryside. I do better in a city. That's his spot. I point at Pius. This is his bro. Don't like it. Too much oxygen.
Right. So trust in Pius.
Listen, I'm just saying, if they're looking for us in the countryside, is there not something to us actually going into a city, merging in with the general populace there, maybe securing ourselves a wagon with a cover on it, taking a circuitous route to go around and get back into the city? We need to go back into the city. Right now, there's a man out there who has the answers to our questions, and we can't get to him. And I don't know if he's getting on a ship and going somewhere else. And it's killing me to know there's going to be at least 48 hours before we even get back to him.
I agree. We should go to the city and see if we can get somebody to smuggle us back in town. We got money, so it shouldn't be a problem.
We going to one of the other cities to smuggle back in, or we double him back and try and sneak him in? And we have this woman with us as well.
Oh, idea. A brilliant idea. How good's your owl? Can we tie a message to your owl's legs and have him fly onto Medea's ship? Get her to fly down to Mia.
Daisy knows Medea's ship, knows where we parked and docked. I feel I wouldn't have communication with the owl and wouldn't be able to two-way see, but I can give it an instruction and
we could just
let it be on its way.
We could put a note on it saying, come and meet us at blah, and when we head over to blah, she meets us there. Then we could just come back real quick.
How about it? Yeah, maybe we should find a tavern or somewhere to hide out in the meantime.
Did I do that at my house?
So we are going to one of these nearby places?
We got some homesteads just down there, haven't we? I reckon we could pull up there. Only issue would be the farmer, his wife, and whoever's actually working for them. Problem with that is,
take them out.
Yeah, but it's the middle of the day, isn't it? By now they're already out in the fields, so they'll see us coming from miles away before we even get close to them. And
no, they will not.
Come back or not? They might just do one, head over to the next homestead, their nearest neighbour. Before you know it, we've got a whole bunch of people coming around at night.
It will be okay.
All right. So, what's the current plan now? We're gonna go to a city, or we still?
Yeah, we're gonna go to a nearby city and try to find lodging, and then he's gonna send his bird to Medea's ship with a message to meet us here.
Right. But Pius is saying that we go to a homestead first.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just wherever is closest that we can,
Pius, mate, respectfully, listen. Farms. They're just terrible, terrible places to defend against. They've got tree lines that are like 50 yards away from the actual houses. They've got 5 different ways to go in and out. That's before you even look at the secret compartments. They're going to have outhouses and barns and granaries that you can just sneak in and have sex with a 14-year-old if you're not paying attention. I'm just saying, got to watch out for that sort of thing. I spent a lot of time as a youth. You know what I mean? Farms are great for sneaking about and not being caught. They're impossible for people to try and find you. And if we're trying to secure a homestead, that's a really indefensible position, mate. Can we go to a city with alleyways and rooftops that we can just secure and locate? A tavern with like 2 ways in and out, and that's it.
We will go to a different one.
To a city?
Not the one that we came from.
No. Agreed. 100%, mate.
Glad other people have to ask what the heck Peos means, because sometimes I'm like, wait, what?
I'm like, yeah. All right, good. Then, Hendrix? Hendrix, please, can we just go to the city?
We need to not be on the main road, though.
Lead on, bruv. You know the way, I assume?
Stay off the road. Okay.
Yeah, I'd lead off the road.
All right. Which direction are we heading? Hold on.
I don't have a map.
I can bring it up. I think you can click on it separately because I am on my other account. I don't know why, but
Fieldstones. Oh, interesting. Okay, there. I got it now.
okay.
Well, it's loading.
Well, yeah, it's a big map. I just don't want to force everyone because I know David has trouble with the size of the maps. So there's Myraki in the southeast and Karada, and you guys are somewhere
that's where I'm
west of Myraki. Like you're closer to Myraki than Karada because you had headed kind of, I think, in that direction, if I remember correctly. And
so I would skirt along the forested region and go through there to Myraki and kind of come up on its like east side, I guess, away from the road, like the exact kind of do a round
skirt around the road. All right. If I can get everyone else to give me stealth checks again, and Peos another survival check as well. Just to, as time passes, these need to be
natural 20 for 23.
Oh dang!
28 on stealth.
Good lord!
Killed me off straight away.
22 on stealth and nowhere near enough. What? GM, are we going to be going into? I mean, thank goodness, I think to myself that we're not going to a place where there might be some wild creatures that would want to try and attack us.
Well, you know, as long as Peos continues to roll excellent on those survival checks, I say as he rolled a 7.
Stealth.
Stealth was fine.
Yeah. I mean, the bonus is that you guys, and I don't think I've seen Lucius's stealth.
This is uncharted territory that we're in.
Yeah.
Haven't been to this island, so
I got 16, which sucks because the first roll was 27 total.
But the bonus is, so yeah, you guys did well enough on the stealth part of it, but Peos seems to have kind of like lost track of the direction he's going. Like he's going, and he thinks he knows where he's going, but like as time goes on and the day wears on, glancing back, it seems that the aerial creatures seem to be making their way closer and closer to you guys, and you guys seem to have like maybe gone in circles. You know, there's spots where like he's double backing and there's like a rock that you swear you may have passed earlier, and or it's just they all look alike. But either way, like you think you should have been there already, but you weren't. You totally kind of lose path.
I was looking.
Sorry, what was that?
How's Lucia looking?
She is she's tired by this point, kind of trekking through everything and not being used to things, but she's doing her best. Like I think she's kind of come to a grips that something really weird and something really off has happened, and she needs you guys. Even though she's still kind of frightened of Lucius, just out of pure, like, she's come to grips that that's not him, but that's the face of her assailant. So she does kind of skirt away from him as best as she can, but she's pressing on. She's a trooper. She moves fairly decently for someone not, like, adept at moving in the wilds. She's been kind of, like, keeping pace with you guys as best she can and trying to stay quiet as best she can, following your guys' lead. She is still in a dress that has a big blood stain on it, and a hole in it. Just
I can do something.
Remind you guys about before.
I'm going to reach into my entry, into my backpack. I'm going to pull out some of my fine clothes that I have.
Mm-hmm.
My second outfit, if you will. And I pull from there a ermine red cloak, which I have, and I'm going to tie that around her. It's got a nice little hood on it, so it's got a whole Red Riding Hood vibe going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to I don't have prestidigitation. I don't have mending. I'm the guy who doesn't do his own laundry. But I do have the ability to create something that will last a while, at least.
Okay.
So I will use my performance of creation, and it will provide an apron that goes over the front of the blood and the cut, looping over the front of it, creating an effective two-piece outfit. It looks pretty good. I mean, I can go up to 80 gold pieces in terms of value, so this thing looks pretty, and it's going to last for 3 hours. So I'm going to try and time that for when I feel we're going to be approaching civilization of some kind. In the meantime, I'm going to be doing the Red Riding Hood thing.
All right. So the bonus is that your aerial pursuers seem to not have spotted you, thanks to A, your stealth rolls, and B, my horrible perception checks. So Peos, give me another survival check as you try to... We'll see how badly...
Guidance.
Oh, thank God. That's guidance is advantage, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
plus
D4.
D4, okay, cool.
I wish it was a bonus shot.
What did you roll?
8.
10.
8 plus the D4?
No, D4's next. Cross your fingers, at least maybe it might be a 4.
I'm
Nope.
not even going to Bardic Inspiration. It just doesn't seem like much point.
10.
All right.
Better than before.
Yeah,
Better than
for sure.
But
You
I'm
do
gonna
eventually spot the city. It now seems like you're kind of like climbed a little higher in the mountains, and you're kind of generally get a good sense of where it is, but it now seems to be like northeast of you guys, so you've kind of like skirted past it a little bit more than you wanted to. And there was a road you passed at some point in there, and you're like, oh, this can't be the main road. This has to be some service road or whatever. And it just so happened that it's like one of the times of the day that there wasn't a lot of traffic, so you scurried across the road, you moved up the mountain, you didn't think anything of it. Then all of a sudden you're like up, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, there's a big city right there. Like, there was trees, you couldn't see it, whatever reason. It took you a while. So you're now kind of looking at more the evening of that day, where you spent kind of most of the day just wandering, getting yourself lost. I mean, and there was going to be a lot of time that passed anyways, just to the sheer distance you had to travel. But far more time than you had wanted. The town, the city here, you see a lot of like smoke coming up from various buildings. You see lights starting to be kind of like lit. The sun is beginning to set further in the west. There's still a decent amount of light, but it's kind of starting to get to that like nearing sunset time. Lucia is just like panting and just tired. She's trudging on, but she's definitely slowing the process now as you kind of make your way closer and closer to Myraki. What is the plan now? And everyone else now can see the city as well. In fact, you see like the flying creatures that had been kind of like searching the area descend in the distance towards the city, like the further side of the city. But
it's dark.
This woman a meal.
Is it dark?
It's getting there. Like it's like that hour or so before sunset, so there's still enough light, but the shadows are getting pretty long, and you're in the mountains, so you get a lot of trees and a lot of rocks that dim your vision.
That dusk time period.
Yeah.
That night.
Is the city walled or not?
There are small, like, it's walled in as much as like there's small walls. They're not like huge 20-30 foot walls, and it's more like the city is built, and then there's like it's built almost on an elevated area, or there was like a hill that they like walled in, so like people basically can stand at the top of this like what now is like a stone wall there, and it's been like earthed in, so like guards kind of like you see a few guards patrolling on the exterior side. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. Exterior side of the city, standing like atop the wall, so like anyone who's approaching has to approach and then climb up like a 10-foot wall to get in. So it's not like a super difficult city to get into, but like if they're actively defending it, there's a bit of an impediment for people to try to get in. If that.
Okay. We could find sewers to enter, or some drainage.
Or we just go in through the front door and I just say hi. I'm very persuasive.
Do we want to go in as a group of 6 people?
As opposed to a group of 5?
6. I start counting everyone on, like the woman. 5 people. Yep. Or do we want to split off? If they're looking for a group of people.
Yeah, all right.
What if they know what we looked like?
Yeah, alright, fair. I understand. Again,
The riders did land in this city.
how about this? One of us goes in. No, that's a stupid plan. Even though I think it's so stupid I won't even say it out loud, lads, honestly. No, I say we brazen it. Let's go. They're just town guards. They're done. You know, we're on the other side. We're on the other side. We just go on in. It's dark. You know, they're expecting just the 4 of us, not the 5 of us. You know, if we go in as me and Lucia as a couple, or you, Hendrix and Lucia, going in as a couple, and then afterwards we just got Piles coming in by himself, and then at the end I could just come in with Lucius. We just don't fit that build. You know what I mean?
Well, I see people all the time. This is a tourist area, so they're not gonna have 100% know what we look like. So,
Sure. I'll put that black cloak back on again. The one that I stole from the
all right.
rich guy.
It looks lovely on you. It looks lovely.
Try.
All right, so you and Lucia go in first, and the rest of us will wait half an hour, and then we'll go and join you, and then another half an hour, and then someone else comes in, and then we'll be all together. Hour spacing.
Meeting at tavern, if
Yeah.
there is one.
Ask for a tavern that's got a. You can't remember what it is, but you know it's the name of something with an animal that was doing something. They always have them kind of taverns, don't they? Laughing boar, prancing pony, the filleting goat. You know, they're standard tavern names, perfectly standard names.
Vomiting chicken.
Yes, yes. I've been there. They have a lovely curry Tuesday.
Oh,
Interesting.
my Lord.
Before Hendrix goes, I'll put my hand on his shoulder and give him guidance in case he has to talk to the ground.
I think guidance lasts for like 1 minute.
No.
Yeah, but the guard's right there. It's just in case he needs to talk to the guard.
Hopefully he's not right there that he didn't hear us give this fucking plan.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to take him a
Like
minute.
the guard's
to, like,
leaning in the huddle and he goes, you know what, that sounds like that would definitely work. We are pretty dumb. We would absolutely fall for that. Alright, I'm going with it.
I'll take Lucia's hand, arm under mine, and cloak on. I'll just brazenly walk into town.
All right. Yeah.
One thing I'm making sure is happening though is the rapier is completely concealed.
I think easily enough with the cloak of yours to be able to like kind of cover it up, and it's getting late enough and cool enough here in the mountains that like wearing a cloak at this hour of the day is not super question. Yeah. So you walk forward. There are 3 guards that are kind of like standing near the main road entrance to it, and here the road kind of goes up this kind of steep incline, not super crazy steep, but like carts can still make it up, horses can still make it up, but it's not like a very gradual path. The idea is like slow people down. It's also starts to get like raised on the side, so there's like a narrow, about enough space for like a cart to come up this pathway. And there's a group of guards that are like standing there. There seems to be wooden like spiked walls that are movable, that are currently like moved off to the side so that like people can come in and out at the moment. So 3 guards are kind of like standing there near the entrance. There's one on either side of the main road part, and then there's like kind of one standing in the middle, and they spot you guys as you're walking forward along this main pathway.
We're walking up the hill. I'm like, come on, dear. We'll never get last orders. We need to get to... what was the name of that tavern? And I'll gesture towards the guard. Tavern's name, it's eluded me. It is... Let's see if he finishes my sentence.
Right, taverns. You were there before. Do you remember anything about it?
Well, this is the thing. It was recommended, but now it comes to mind. It eludes me.
Oh,
And I hate to miss the last orders.
Well, the Iron Kettle is my favorite. Not too pricey, but very good. There is, of course, there's the Queen's Rest. It's also pretty good. A little pricier, but, for the dame, it might be the way to go. There's, the Donkey's Kick is pretty low end, but it's got some decent shows. I'm not sure it's for the lady though, but
Okay.
those are the top ones. A spread of them, from low, middle, or high.
The Queen's Rest, you say?
Queen's Rest,
You
yes,
say-
it's beautiful.
You say to avoid the donkey's ass.
Well, the Donkey's Kick, yeah.
The donkey's kick, sorry.
It's fine. It's just, for a woman, for a date, you're trying to impress her, I'm sure. You don't necessarily... It's a little bit on the bawdier side. It's a mining town, so them, miners like to put one on, have a good relax.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll just head into town.
Okay. He doesn't try to impede you.
Once I'm in town, I will ask a random civilian or citizen the way to the Donkey's Kick.
Yeah, you see kind of like a sturdy dwarf that's kind of walking by. He's got pushing almost like a wheelbarrow cart sort of thing. It's got 4 wheels though, but he's like pushing it ahead of him. It seems to be like laden with something and covered up with like a tarp of some sort, and he's kind of walking by.
Excuse me, buddy. I've got a bit twisted around. Which way am I walking if I want to go to the Donkey's Kick?
You're going to the Donkey's Kick?
Yeah.
Boy, with the late dear, if you need a real man, I'll be around here pretty soon. I gotta just drop off some stuff. I can meet you back here at the well. Donkey's Kick's not really a place to be taking a lady. If you are, though, you're gonna head down this main road. You're gonna get to, there's the tower, the rookery area. You're gonna get there, and then you're gonna take a right. You're gonna go down that hill, and there's a really nice looking hotel. You're gonna walk past that.
Is that the Queen's Rest?
Yes, it's the Queen's Rest. And then you're gonna go down about one more street. You take another right, and then it looks like you're gonna get robbed and mugged the whole way. You know you're in the right neighborhood. You'll see a big sign of a donkey with his foot sticking out the bottom. It kind of maybe looks a little bit like it's not his foot, like it's his 5th foot, That's the one.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Can I insight check him to make sure he's telling me the truth and not just telling me on a wild goose chase?
Of course, yeah.
19.
Yeah, he is definitely telling you the truth. He has this tone in his voice that says, "What are you doing bringing a decently looking lady who doesn't look like she's wearing nice clothes?" Because it's up to like 80 gold worth of nice clothes.
Yeah.
So she's wearing very nice clothes for, the location of which you were asking. And he definitely eyes you as you move on. But yeah, he doesn't. There's no malice or anything in there. Just kind of a blunt dwarf miner.
I will walk with Lucia through, and when we see the Queen's Rest, I'm actually going to inquire about a single room for her in there and see how much that's going to cost, and I'll pay that, and then I will leave my owl with her and go on ahead to the Donkey's Kick.
Yeah. So you encounter, a clerk there at the hotel, and he informs you that it's going to be a gold piece for a night in the room. Lucia does kind of look at you a little skeptical. And it's like, are you sure? I mean, you guys were taking care of me. I'm not sure I'm going to feel safe alone.
You want to come with us? Like,
I mean,
this place seems pretty rough. Everyone seems to be putting off the ladies.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like my ideal for a date, but if I'm trying to stay alive, I mean, you're the guy with the sword and the skills. I don't know. I mean, do you think this will be safe?
Well, let's
insight check to see if she's into him. Sorry.
Shall we? Let's hold off. Let's see what the others say. If they are.
I mean,
we'll go to the Donkey's Ass. I'll buy a room anyway. But we'll both go up.
If this is the path, we could, maybe wait around here. If everyone else gets the same general directions, then they'll pass.
Do they have, being a posh place, do they have like a courtyard bar area that overlooks the street?
There's actually, it's kind of like a white building, which is different from here. Like the rest of them are these like almost granite gray stone buildings. It's a white building with like a large like patio out front that there's like couples seated at various tables. some enjoying like an evening tea, some are enjoying like a glass of wine or something, and there seems to be like waiters that are kind of like bouncing around between them.
That's you can see the street.
Yeah, it's like out in front of the building. Like there's a pathway that goes up and in, and then there's like gates that lead off to either side where there's like seating areas out there where they seem to be serving some sort of evening meal. And given the orientation of it, it generally looks like in the direction of where the sunset would be, and you can kind of spot that it looks like the sun is starting to dip below like a mountain peak in the distance, and is sort of kind of set up to be that evening dining spot.
If there's a spare table for 2 people that we can sit and have a drink and overlook the road waiting for the rest of the party to catch up, then we'll do that.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good. You find a spot. It is maybe like, it's not along the railing, but it's like one of the seats, tables like right back. You see this kind of like skinny, lanky, tall, redhead gentleman with like a ponytail pulled back, and he's in like a nice dress shirt and a vest and like a little like tie, but it's like those like almost Western style ties with like the skinny little like strips that come down the front. Like it's got a little tiny tie, bow tie type thing, but with long like tassels that come down. And he comes up, he's got an apron on and a pad. Hello, wow, look, lovely date night, right? What can I get for you two?
I was wondering if you had a table out the front here that we could watch the sunset and the surrounding areas.
Oh, yes,
relax.
Right over here. I just had a couple leave. Right here for you. And he'll walk over to a table and pull out the chair for her and gesture for you two to sit down. As you guys get situated, who's next to come into the city?
I think you should run to the toilet.
Is he back? Or is he... Oh my god. As if by magic.
He's flickering. He's channeling his father's semi-divine stature.
Fathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Anyone else just know on his head?
If it keeps flickering, I'll plug in my other camera. I don't know what's going on.
It's alright. I mean, yeah. Sounds great. But right now, that's fine. Are you going next or is Pales going next?
Rando should go next and we can go last.
Just every time it does that, go near, far. Near, far.
That's so weird. Anyways, so who's going next? I see you.
Yeah, it's me up there for sure. I'm gonna head on up, start strumming on my lute, heading up to the guard and going, "Hello, sir. The name's Sam Rockwell. I'm just traveling through, looking for an opportunity to perform. Tell me, what kind of town is this?"
Well, it's a mining town. We produce all the goods here for the island.
Town of miners producing for everyone else.
Well, we produce any of the metallic goods, a lot of the wood goods for the resort areas, and we are responsible for most of the exports that do leave the island, because them resort people don't know what the hell they're doing to make a damn thing.
That's okay. I think for a while, I'm like, I don't really know. I know some nursery rhymes, I guess. I could play that for them.
Whoa. Nursery rhymes.
Would they be even... I guess they would all go to sleep early then at night. There wouldn't be much cause for much of a nightlife there then.
Oh, please. Most of us are dwarves anyways there, and, they like to let it loose. So, what are you good at? I mean, maybe I can direct you.
Oh, I'd like performing mostly in bars, but I mean, if they're minors, would they even be allowed to drink alcohol?
You try to stop any of them.
I don't. That's weird. Okay, that's fine. I guess a city full of children is so interesting. Okay, I will absolutely find myself a tavern full of these kids.
Took me way too long to catch the joke. Sorry.
See what's going on there. And yeah, no, that'd be great. Do you have one for? Let me think. I always do well in taverns that have horses in their title in some way. Lucky Horseshoe or the Bucking Bronco, anything like that.
Well, let me see. Horses. Oh, there's the Stallion Trot. Yeah, it's actually not far from here. It's just around the corner. There's a if you like the body side, there's the Donkey's Kick.
I think I get
horses
ready.
I can think of.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, show me the way to the Stallion then, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do it to you guys. Yeah, so see this building right here, and he kind of points. There's like a large like trading post sort of a thing like or within the gate. Take the road that goes north from there, and you'll actually see it. There's like a big horse with like a knight riding on it, right down there. Good spot.
Lovely. It's like about 200 yards that way, yeah? And where's the other one?
The Donkey's Kick. You're going to go further into the city. If you see that big tower there, the rookery up there, and he gestures, there's like one tall spire area with like large openings up towards the top. You go to there, and then you take a right, and you keep going, and there's a hotel there, the Queen's Rest. You take a right. And you go down a little bit, and you'll see like a sign of a donkey.
Okay, thanks. That's really way too much. I was like, what? And then I was like, huh? And now I'm like, nah. All right, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Right on.
And I start strumming. Mary had a little lamb. She thought it was funny. Then she stuck it up her bum and filled it up with honey. Where the hell are my friends? Fuck, this was such a bad plan.
Because just your DM's a dick.
Just gonna get to the Stallion. I'm not gonna see any of my friends there.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. 18.
Yeah, you kind of step in, and it's busy enough. There's a decent amount of activity there. Just takes you a minute or two to kind of like scan through the crowd. You don't see any woman in a bright red, cloak, and you don't see. You see plenty of dark cloaks, so kind of write off that one could have been Hendrix, but you don't see anything that matches Lucia's description there.
Okay. I've been playing my lute this entire time whilst looking around. Am I starting to get the view that these people are up for a bit of a performance?
You see, a few people kind of like look at you and smile and kind of like bob along as they walk past. But as you're kind of like making it into this tavern, you see that there is a small stage, and there's like a 3-piece band kind of like playing a kind of not body by any sense, but kind of upbeat, fun-hearted pace, singing some sort of local tune.
Nice. I'm going to whip the lute onto my back. I'm going to grab a beer from a nearby table and head up to the stage, and I'm going to start freestyling to the band's beat out to the crowd and see if I can get them G'd up with my sick hot fire.
All right, give me a performance check.
Sure. This is one of those moments I'm like, man, I wish I could actually do. Yes! That went perfectly. Natural one. So that's a 10.
The band kind of looks at you, and after a moment or two, the guy's like, Mate, no, stop. This is my gig. Get off from stage. Go.
You're a hater, mate. That's what you are. Got some hateration. That's your issue. It's fine. No, it's fine. No problem. I'm going to finish the beer, put it down. take his beer and drink it as I leave the bar.
Hey!
Cheers, appreciate you. And I'm going to head over to the Rookery looking to make a right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Looking for the Queen's Rest. And then at that point, I'm going to ask for directions. Because that's literally where my ADD just kicked in. I was like, I have no idea what he was saying.
Don't have a clue. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't focus on learning a song. That's not great, you guys.
So it takes you a little while. You're making your path through the city, weaving probably between roads, heading towards the Rookery. So you get to the Rookery, and about the time you're at the Rookery is who's next up?
Alright, so I would imagine that Lucia steps forward with Pius next to him, and he looks at the guard and just says, "Hey fellas, we're looking to get some cheap drinks. Do you mind pointing a way to a tavern? Cheap tavern."
Something about a choking chicken.
Yeah, some type of animal thing.
What's your business here?
Choking chicken.
Well, we're tourists like the rest, obviously.
From off island, eh?
Well, you know, that's soldier life. You gotta take a break every once in a while.
And you notice the soldiers are starting to kind of like circle.
Oh, shit! Do better! Oh, shit!
Right.
I just wanna look at him and try to persuade him, like we, you know, that other town is too fancy for us. We're just looking for a place to get drunk, black out, you know.
Lie low, yes, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, great. You know. So I guess there's no point in me rolling anything, huh?
So I think at least you, I don't know about your little one here, should come with us and we should clear some things up.
Absolutely.
I met him on the road. What have you done? Who are you? Why is the guards looking for you? And I kind of step back from him.
Solid. With that, I'm gonna, if they're not, you know, when I'll look at them, I'll give them a wink. And I'm just gonna run for it, so that way, you know, since he said that, you know, he's not with me.
Which way are you running? Into the city? Out of the city?
Out of the city. They can chase me.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear him go like, "Oi! Wait up there!" And they start booking it after you. Peos, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the guards. It's like, what has he done? I met that dude on the road.
And one of them like almost pushes you out of the way as they start.
Is there a reward? Is there a reward?
And they're just booking it. They're not really like.
Well, I'm gonna go in.
Yeah. You do see other guards kind of like rushing forward to kind of like take their place. But yeah, there are 3 like chasing after Lucius now.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of going in and start. I'm gonna go start searching for choking chicken, whatever kind of weird animal that, you know, that Randy said to look for, as far as tavern wise, and do it rather quickly too, if I can.
Okay. Walking,
not perception.
What was your perception?
No, I was supposed to say you may roll perception.
Yeah, if we're just doing it on your own accord. Yeah.
Yeah, because the guards are like clearly not paying attention to what I'm trying, you know. So, okay, so there's the first roll, the second one because I have advantage. Okay, so unnatural 20.
Okay, you got a what?
What? Unnatural 20.
Okay, there was 2. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, because I roll advantage on.
Okay. Yeah.
I have advantage. Yeah, I forgot what the event. It comes from something I have.
I think your shield. You have a shield.
I think so. I think it's my shield that gives me that advantage.
That's right. Yeah. So walking in, you spot like a stallion symbol down one road. You see various signs like street signs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You see a Queen's Rest sign like pointing down one direction.
Yeah, I looked at not an animal. and I head toward the stallion animal.
Okay. Yeah. Lucius.
And I am basically moving as quickly as I can, and I'm finding Hendrix and Randy as quickly as I can.
Okay.
Is
So
the goal.
as you work your way in, Lucius, what is the plan? What's going on?
Nearest like person that I see on like a horse or something, pull him off the horse and take it.
Holy hell! All right, give me a perception check. I'm gonna roll. I think I'm gonna just roll something an old DM used to do with me, a luck die, and just.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, it's that hour of the night that everyone's either in the city or not. You hear some howling of wolves in the distance, but you don't see anyone riding on any horses. You do see behind you 3 armored figures chasing after you with their spears and shields out. They just kind of moving at full gallop behind you.
Oh, you were meant to be sneaky.
Yeah, I'm not very sneaky. 3 of them. I don't know. I'm debating. I could probably take them, but I don't think I would have fucked with that.
It's up to you.
I'll give them a little more chase for their money. I want to try to find an alley, run that way, and then kind of get into a charge position, so that way when I see somebody coming through, I can just try to run through them.
You looking to actually go run through is one a superb idea that will not have any ramifications in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, they're already coming after me, so.
You ever play Grand Theft Auto when you had 1 star and then suddenly?
Well, they're coming after me, so I'm gonna make them work for it. So I'm gonna try to find some alley and cut through alleys. Obviously, they're gonna hear all the clinking, but I don't care.
I mean, just go to jail. We'll break you out.
I guess I could do that. As soon as I get
I'm not hearing that
from.
I shouldn't say.
I was thinking about it. I just because I could fight them, but that's just gonna make it worse. And
yeah,
how far are we from the gate? You say
mainly there's a few small cabins out there. There's not the city basically begins and ends at that ramp that goes in and out of the city. So there's not a lot of buildings to find alleys. There's trees, and then there's mountainside, and there's a few cabins.
Wait, you ran out of the city?
I ran out of the city so Pius could get in, no problem. That was a distraction, very much.
Yeah, you ran away from the support network.
Alright, so once we get far enough from the gate, I'll shoot my spear and put my shield on my back, and then I'll turn around and put my hands up.
Okay.
Actually, if you don't mind, before that though, I am gonna take my money sack and I'm gonna put it in my underwear because I don't want these people to take my money.
Alright, as you're running, you're gonna shove your money sack around your sack. Okay. Sure. No rolls required.
They're gonna have to work for them coming.
They're gonna have to work for it. Alright. Yeah, they gather up around you. What'd you run?
Well, I mean, you guys over here accusing me of things. What am I supposed to do?
Well, if it was all for naught, if it was, all not you, or not your fault, then running only makes it seem like you're hiding something.
Well, I had to make sure you guys were fit. Come on.
Or you're trying to get your little friend in the city without us stopping him.
I never met him before.
Either way, we're gonna have to take your weapons.
That's fine. Let's go and lead the way.
So they come over and they take whatever weapons they can find on you. Are you trying to keep them from seeing something, or you have anything hidden, or?
No, I don't have anything hidden, but I am gonna be like, do you know who I am?
Look, we get a description of a guy in gold armor killed a bunch of people in the main city.
Do you know that I'm a high military officer, ranking officer?
You know,
And
we've never
a
had
gladiator.
any lodge member that's never gone crazy in their life. I'm sure it's very rare wherever you come from, but every now and then people do some stupid.
I'm gonna drop the name of one of the like sergeants, like one of the high people, and I'm gonna be like, okay, look, buddy. Obviously apparently you never heard of me, but Major, and you know, if you really value your job and whatever you're doing, you're definitely gonna want to let me go. Because when they find out that you guys capture me, oof, you're not gonna be working anywhere. You might be killing toilets.
Well, fair enough. And I respect the fact you got a rank. But you have to respect the fact that I'm giving a description of someone, and I gotta bring you in. You can talk to people there. We'll figure it all out.
I respect. You know what? You guys are not that bad. And I'm gonna reach into my underwear and pull out some gold coins and put it in his head here and have a drink later.
It's alright. I appreciate the offer, but let's go. It's, I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. You seem like a good guy.
I would tell him when you talk to your higher up, I would mention the lady that we work for and that I'm a shield warden. Just let your superior know that, please.
Will do. And they kind of like, one will lead and two are gonna kind of flank, just slightly behind you, always at the ready, walking back into the city, leading you up and over the various pathways into the city. Not far from that main gate, there is like a guardhouse that he leads you to and brings you in. Alright, sir, I'm gonna have you sit in here. And he opens up like basically a cell door, but there's like a room with like a table and a couple chairs in there, and he says, I'll get my superior and he'll come talk to you. Alright?
Alright. Any chance I can get a drink? Been walking all day, so.
Yeah, we'll send in some water for you. And soon you see a dwarven fellow with kind of like a scraggly, dirty blonde beard and hair that's kind of like pulled back into like a ponytail. It's kind of like been a little bit of like braids kind of like woven through the ponytail, wearing like a breastplate. Well, hello there. I didn't catch your name, sir.
Lucius Silas.
Lucius. Name sounds somewhat familiar. Either way, I'm Darren Stronghammer. I'm the captain over here. So, we get a report early this morning, brought in by the fastest of the Ravens, about a man with golden armor running around. Someone in Idurus who apparently killed a few people, threw someone out of a window, and caused a bunch of a ruckus. I'm sure a lot of those rich pricks in Idurus probably deserved it. But maybe you can tell me what happened.
Definitely gonna try and seat the fuck out of this guy, but I have no idea. I'm a high-ranking military member, as I told him. I'm even a famous gladiator. I don't know if you ever heard of me, but I'm on vacation. Okay, I can't be the only guy wearing armor who's tall in this city.
I mean, you do have very distinct armor, and maybe it's someone else. I
understand you guys. I know you guys are doing your job. I just I'm just trying to have a good time, and I was told that this time, I can have a good time over here. I didn't want to be over there with all these rich people. I go to war. I don't play, fancy wearing clothes person. You get me? So the fact that your boys came at me, I'm like, I do not like people behind me or people touching me, and I didn't fight them. Yes, I ran, but you gotta understand where I'm coming from. I've been to quite a few wars, and you never know who's gonna come after you. So,
why don't you give me
from what I heard this time,
as well as you do this, so that I can
determine
how it's taken.
Maybe you can cast guidance on yourself.
18.
Probably can't though, can you?
I didn't want to alert him by casting that spell, but I got 18 on there first.
18. Cool.
Oh wait, I clicked on the wrong thing. What's the modifier for? Oh, it's the same modifier.
Fair. I'll give you all that, and I can appreciate it all. You have to appreciate where I'm coming from.
No, you're doing your job. I'm fine with that. I just, like I said, I'm here on vacation. I'm trying to have a good time, and then I get 3 guards hassling me. I'm just trying to have a good time, forget about military or anything, and then they see somebody who's big, and all of a sudden I did something that looks a little iffy. And if I was, if anything happens and you guys arrest me, when the general comes here to get me, somebody's going to be in trouble and somebody's getting fired. So.
And I believe it, and I'll tell you, it's probably going to be one of those rich pricks back in the city. But I have to send out a message that we found someone with your description. They're going to want to send someone out, a witness, to verify that it wasn't you. And if that's the case, I'm sure we can compensate you for your time and the inconvenience. Until then,
how about this? Since looks like I'm going to be stuck here for a while, can you get me some drinks and maybe a few girls, and we can call it even?
Well,
you can join in too.
I like your style for sure. I can't really bring girls in here, but drinks. I've got some wine back in the desk for the special guests that come by. I'll have some fruit, some bread and cheese brought in. At least you can be a little more comfortable while you wait. It will take a few hours for a griffin to get back to the main city, and then a few more hours, so you might be here all night, and I apologize. I do have rooms with beds in them. I could leave you in here for now until you get to enjoy your food and drink, or I can show you one of the other rooms.
I appreciate it. And is it alright if I take my armor out while I'm here?
No, it's probably good. You gotta be hot in that thing.
Well, I'll start taking off the armor, and I'm pretty sure I have some pockets inside the armor. I'll put a few coins down. I'll be like, thank you. And yeah, don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. We're here. You can probably overpower me, maybe. So
no need for the coin. Gotta keep up at least the appearances of impartiality and forthrightness. So I'll get you some stuff. If you want, when you want, they can show you to the room with the bed so you can get some rest. Until then, I'll have some wine brought in, some water brought in. If you need tea or anything like that, we can get that for you too. And I'll send one of the other guards in with some food. Make yourself comfortable. It's going to be a little while. If you want some cards to play or something, that could be arranged as well.
Well, thank you.
Meanwhile, Randall.
Yeah.
You find your way to the rookery.
Fucking pub.
And then you're able to make it to the Queen's Rest. Not too hard. There's signs that kind of point in that direction. And it's a nice, large, white, kind of clean building in the city. Looks far more upscale than most of the other ones that you spot. It's got like stairs that lead up to the main floor of it, and then off of the stairs there's like a landing where there are like a railing and several chairs set up with a lot of people having dinner and drinks out there watching the sun dip lower and lower behind the mountains.
Okay, about 100 yards away in the shadows, I'm going to quickly change out one shirt for the other, make myself look a bit more presentable. Slide the loot into the backpack and pull out one of my scrolls. Cast light onto the scroll, put the scroll into a scroll tube, making myself a nice little flashlight. Boom, as I'm lighting my path in front of me.
When I see Randall coming down the street, I'll cast message. It's 100 feet range. I just point at him and be like, I see you. Look up on the balcony.
I look to the balcony that's opposite the pub.
Yeah. Yeah, you see like this like wooden balcony up there, and there's like two old ladies out there, one smoking a pipe. They're sitting out there kind of like on rocking chairs.
I whisper up to them and go, hey, that looks amazing. You look really good. I can't believe that. I hardly even recognize you.
You don't look too bad yourself, honey. You want to come
behind
up and
you.
have a spot of tea? Or maybe a little fortification?
I mean, yeah, how did you get a hold of tea? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, madam. Are you offering me an opportunity to make your acquaintance on this fine evening?
Well, not too often do young sonnies like you really decide to spend time with us old crones.
Quick question for you. Do you still have all your teeth?
I'm maybe missing 2, but it happens at my age. You'd be so lucky.
I'm sorely tempted. I won't lie. And you're looking fine. And anyone who smokes at your age lets me know exactly what they're about. But I fear I may not be man enough for you. I will tell you what. Keep a weather eye. You may see me upon this night come back again. And if you do, let down a rope ladder, and I'll come up and join you immediately.
Where the hell am I going to get a rope ladder?
Oh, well, leave the front door unlocked then.
That I could do, yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Gracie.
I'm Randy.
I bet you are.
I've never heard that before. You hag. Getting the head on. Hendrix. That's a very funny joke. Where are you?
Turn around, and you'll see. If you turn around, and hopefully you'll see me with a glass in the air.
Right. The balcony. That makes a lot more sense. Yep, that one's on me. Won't lie. Okay. Have you got a drink for me?
Of course.
Fine.
I'll try and get the attention of the waiter to bring another drink over.
I don't know where the
Hopefully
others...
before Randy gets there.
I can only assume... I'm still talking to you through message, like the entire way through. I have no idea about the 25 words or less rule, so I'm just doing a full-on chat the entire way. I genuinely don't know where the others are. I can only imagine that they've managed to actually find their way to the pub. Those two are masters of subterfuge. If I know two guys who know how to do things in a subtle manner without causing any kind of stress or drama inside the city, it is those two. If I know Lucius, he's already actually secured lodging for the night.
It's probably where it cuts off and I don't hear any more as you're walking.
Yeah. He's just sitting there chatting.
I'm back to talking to Lucia. The rest are turning up now.
Peos, you were searching in the city. Where are we heading?
To the Stallion at first. The Stallion hit whatever.
That's right. So you get to the Stallion. Lively little pub, tavern, good 3-piece band up there on stage, kind of like jamming out a little bit. A few waiters going back and forth. There's a Minotaur bartender back behind the bar. He's got like a rag tossed over one horn, an empty mug on the other one, and he's like pouring some stuff into a wooden tankard.
I'm gonna look around the room first before I ask anybody.
Perception check.
16.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of people there, but you don't, after a moment or two, spot anyone that kind of matches anyone's description.
Go up to the bartender. So, do you have any other places that serves drinks here? Or possibly lodging? I am looking for people, and they are not here.
Well, then they're at the wrong place.
Which wrong places would they be at then?
Like, I know everyone in this city. You want a drink?
I cannot right now, but I will come back later with people if you tell me other places that they may hang out with or at.
1 second. He turns and grabs a tankard and fills it up and like slides it over to someone. All right. What are your friends like? Like, what are they into? What sort of scene do you expect them to be?
One likes to talk a lot.
Just like you, I'm sure.
No. He likes people.
Okay, so he likes to talk a lot. So he'd be at what, like a social gathering, political rally? I mean,
all of the above. But they have come here for places to sleep, as well as food and drink.
I mean, nice place, Queen's Rest.
Good. And I just leave.
Not going to ask for directions to the Queen's Rest?
Good talk. And he goes back to... He scoops up the empty tankard that was in front of the guy he passed the other one to, and starts just moving on with his night.
So I start looking for signs like I did earlier.
Okay.
And looking for something that might resemble some kind of queen sleeping, whatever.
Sure. I've messed with you guys long enough, so you eventually will get there. Randall, you're able to join Hendrix and Lucia at the table. The waiter pulls over like another chair, gets you a drink.
Oh, no, not this. My friend made a mistake there. We're looking for the finest white that you have. Bring a bottle, thank you.
Bottle of Lazare white. Perfect, no problem.
Which year, which vintage?
It is a 4-year-old. It's part of the winter harvest.
Oh, marvelous. Yes, please. Bring 3 glasses, please. And could we also have a side tumbler filled with ice? I'd like to ice my wine, thank you.
Of course. I'll get that put together right away.
Why, thank you, my good man.
And he runs back. Like 3 minutes later, comes back out with a tray. There's a like crystal-looking wine bottle with like a crystal stopper in it. 3 glasses of wine and like a bowl that's filled with like ice cubes.
We're gonna take 1 ice cube, eat, and place 1 ice cube in each of the wine glasses, and pour out the white wine, and say, oh, "Isn't this nice?"
It's lovely. I get the glass up, cheers you all, and at that point I'll be like, "Oh look, it's is that Pius down the street?"
He's looking at road signs. That's insane.
Why is he alone though?
I don't know.
Is there an ice cream truck behind him?
No, sorry. That's literally just my loot is on auto. Apologies. It's on demonstration mode.
Demo.
The one button press on the synthesizer. I did it in Argos every day. Get out, you kids, they'd say. Like, let us play on your PlayStation. Get out. All right. I swear to God, that's like an entire story that English people are like, yep. And Americans are like, what? Okay.
Alright, yeah, you guys spot Peos, kind of like looking around. Pius, you eventually will spot, the Queen's Rest.
Okay.
Very nice looking building. Already described it a couple of times.
Yep. I scurry on up there.
Yeah, you probably spot him given your high perception skills, and are able to kind of like track down your friends who are kind of now like scrunched up on one side of this like small table because they're designed for 2 people.
If that's the case, I probably would have actually stood up at one point and gone over to your man and said, 2 things. I'm going to need a smoky whiskey, and I'm going to need you to actually get us that table there with 3 extra chairs, please.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll help. Let's go. Come on.
Right.
I just grab one end of the table and I look at him expectantly.
Yep. And he scoops up the couple of glasses and stuff that were on there, sets them off like on a side tray, and then we'll pick up the table after wiping it down really quickly and walk over and set it down. And then he scurries over and grabs a couple of chairs and slides them over.
Hopefully by the time Pyle shows up, there'll be a whiskey tumbler waiting for him.
Yep. Did you want that with ice?
Do I look like a heathen?
Fair enough. You get a lot of tourists here that, you know...
No. Don't.
We got you.
Don't.
I got you.
Yes, please. You were doing so well.
And he scurries off and comes back shortly, like as Pios is kind of like walking up the stairs. He comes back with a kind of a semi-round glass, flat bottom, big opening on the top, with like a dark liquid inside.
Thank you.
Of course.
Can I ask for a little bit of privacy? Would that be okay?
As much as you can get out here. And he walks off to another table.
Okay. How close are we to the nearest table, by the way?
I mean, they're fairly packed in there just because it's like a tourist spot to watch sunset. But by now, the sun's kind of like dipped down, and you just have that kind of like afterglow coming out from the side. So there's quite a bit of people that seem to be like wrapping up, paying their bills, moving on.
Okay.
Yeah, I eventually get up there, see them, immediately walk up to them. We need to go. Lucius is either dead or has been captured.
Perhaps you should stop for a second, Piles, and consider your surroundings. Here is...
I have.
Bear with me. If we leave now, we cause a scene. Hang here for 5 minutes. If he's already dead, he can die for another 5 minutes. If he's held up and been captured, 5 minutes won't make much of a difference. Yes?
Very well, then. And then Pius sits down.
Tell us what happened.
He started talking.
Right. Yes. I thought he might. Did he run at least into the city?
No.
Right.
That's why I'm saying he might be dead.
Do you know where he ran to at all?
Away. I can track him.
Right. Excuse me. I'm going to grab hold of the bottle of wine, a very expensive wine, and just neck it. Put that into the ice cube bowl and just turn it upside down and dunk it in there. Okay. Hendrix, suggestions?
I'm looking at my glass with just an ice cube in it and going, I thought you were going to pour us a glass.
Things happened. Sorry.
Suppose we better find out where the talk to a guard maybe. Find out where they're stationed.
Yeah, okay. But listen, before we do all of that, do you want to send your owl off with a quick message? I'm going to pull out a parchment scroll and start scribbling a message out from Medea.
I will also need to not be seen around guards. They know what I looked like.
Well, I've bought a room here. You could relax and look after the lady. while we go and look for Lucius.
That would be wise. Let me know if he is still outside the city, then I can track him outside. I swear we should have went through the sewers.
Yes, I thought we'd be avoiding a shitstorm. But here we are.
Next time, not let him open his mouth.
Yes. Fine. Do you have money?
Yes.
No, this place is expensive. Do you have money?
How
The room-
expensive are you talking?
The room's paid for.
Right.
If you just
He did
order
just
a
buy
bottle.
a very expensive bottle of wine and whiskey. So, and I'm going to get up at that point and leave.
Out of curiosity, how much was that bottle of wine? Do we know? Is there a menu on the table?
No, but I didn't ask for a menu. I asked for the most expensive bottle of wine that they had. And it's a tourist. So
Before
I'm
he
gonna,
tries leaving.
there could be well in excess of 500 gold pieces.
Randy returns.
I've got-
one is left in the bar.
No, Randy doesn't get that. I mean, I would offer money, but I don't have any money. I have no. How do I have no money? Oh, that's right. I'm a poor bard
Yeah.
in many, many different ways. Okay, that's great.
It's so good. I love it so much. All right. So Randy, you left.
I hope that Hendrix followed.
Oh, for sure. I'll address Lucia though. Like, we have to go find our friend. Our little man here is going to look after you. Finish your drinks. I suggest going to the back up to the room and just maybe relaxing for a bit. She probably didn't have a good night's sleep. Not used to sleeping rough.
Thank you. Yeah. Be nice. This is really good wine, by the way. Never.
Yeah, well,
You're
we'll put it
welcome.
on the room's tab for now.
All right.
This note, this message you want to send, who's who?
Yeah. Medea?
Oh,
Erica.
on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get Daisy out. I'll grab the note off you.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Daisy, tie it on her little leg, and just give her the instructions. I'm like, remember the big bird person on the ship, like talking to it like it's a toddler. Take the note to them, and I just throw Daisy in the air.
All right. As your bird takes off, we're going to take a short break. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you are joining us live here on twitch.tv/thexpguild, you can influence the game, give advantage, as one of our chat members have done for Hendrix. Various other perks and stuff, not to mention interacting with us on break if you so desire. Any questions, anything that's going on. If not, of course, things will be hitting YouTube as soon as I can, which I'm lagging in my last episode due to family issues. It was not out yet, but it is halfway edited, so it should be done soon. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Skycastle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, And so, what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back, everyone. Alright. So, Lucius got himself arrested. Randy Hendricks Pios ran up a few hundred gold tab at a local hotel. And now Hendricks and Randy are traveling back towards, I believe, the main gate area to try to track down what may have happened to Lucius. They now know that he was captured. They don't know exactly where he is. But that is where we rejoin our heroes there. Lucius. While you are in this kind of guardhouse, are you staying in the kind of main area with the food, like the table and everything, or have you asked to get your own private kind of cell again?
Well, when he had left, he mentioned the room, so I probably would have went to the room that he mentioned until he came back for a minute.
Mm-hmm. All right. You are shown to a room. They bring in like a plate of food. You know, they give you a bit of wine in like a wooden kind of goblet sort of a thing. Nothing too fancy or nice, but decent enough. And you know, a mug full of water. While you're in your room, you feel a presence, and as you turn to look, you see a tall, good-looking, well-built, dark-haired man with like a decent-sized beard, wearing kind of like a light, like toga sort of a thing, leaning back against the wall. Well. Out of all my children, this is the place I don't think I would have expected to find you.
Well, I see you're always showing up late like always, so hey, goes both ways.
Someone's got to give you more siblings.
You know, my mother keeps asking about you. You should, you know, go see her sometimes.
I probably am due. I don't know. What's it been? 4 or 5 years? 10 years?
I don't know. I lost track. I don't know how time works for you guys. Apparently, you know, you need a new watch.
I mean, time for you mortals is kind of ridiculous, but yeah. So, you called. Don't think you were here when you called.
No, I was out in the forest. Yeah, we have a little problem.
Apparently.
Somebody is running around masquerading as me, so unless we had twins and you never told me I had a brother, you have another person that looks like your child running around killing people, apparently, and I don't think that looks good on you and your people up there.
I mean, no. You do have brothers, but not that look like you. They all have their own unique take on my visage. Interesting. I will have to put someone on this. There are ways for someone to mimic the looks. Is it like you, or is it like you?
Well, the lady we rescued from this person that tried to kill her that looked like me said that exact image, touch, everything. So
fair enough. I mean, there's spells, but touch either have to be really high, or they could have actually been one of those creatures that can shift into someone else. There are some that are innately magic. I mean, not from my line. We're better than that. But there are some. So, you got this handled?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna, give me a hand here, but I guess not.
I mean, I could probably do something, but you have some pretty resourceful friends.
Of course, but I mean, you don't come and see me, forget all about me, probably seeing all your other children. You can give me a hand, alright?
It's not like I just sit in the heavens and twiddle my thumbs all day. I have other things I have to do.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you do up there. It's not like you bring me up there or come visit much.
One of those guilt trips, huh? Alright. Yes, I'm a bad dad. I only gave you remarkable powers and skills. Beyond that, I do nothing for you.
Well, I'm just saying, communication goes a long way. You could drop a line every once in a while, it's not that hard.
The passage of time is a little foggy, for many of us.
Okay, that's fine. Why don't you just do me a favor and do your magic on them so they forget I'm here or something, and I'll forgive all that.
Yeah, but would you?
If you drop the line every once in a while, I'll be willing to give it another chance.
Let me look into this other thing. You're safe here for now, and I know where to find you. And I'll drop back shortly.
Fine. And like I said, go visit my mom sometime. I'm tired of her talking about you all the time.
I do leave an impression. I'm sure you do too.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Have you given me any grandkids running around yet from your side?
I'll think about it.
Come on. There's such gift in that blood. Use it.
I do use it. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate the gift you gave me last time, and he'll point out the bracers that he has. And fine, like I said, if you keep in touch, I'll keep in touch. It doesn't have to be weird all the time whenever we see each other. So,
taking all
you
the
willing
fun
to work? I'm willing to work. You gotta meet me halfway.
I mean, I came from the heavens. It's kind of more than halfway. You get a few more thousand feet up, or
I don't say this often. You're right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
See, that's all any dad ever wants to hear.
Okay, just help me out. Okay, I mean, I am your kid. Okay.
All right. Let me look into this. Whatever it is, doppelganger, changeling, high magic user.
You might want to do it soon, because like I said, they're killing people, and I'm pretty sure your other buddies are probably looking at here, making fun of you, because me, and I don't appreciate that. I'm pretty sure you don't appreciate that. So
stop making me look bad. I mean,
oh, excuse me, is my fault somebody looks like me?
Well, there's a reason someone chose you.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I had an encounter with a devil demon not too long ago, so... And I know you guys hate each other, so...
Yes, I thought we were getting well off that in the mortal realm for a while. At least since they managed to take over the entire bottom half of your world. Alright. You mortals. I'll work on that. Your friends are at the door. So, let's see what they do.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping by.
He fades away. Meanwhile, Randall, Hendrix, you're making your way through the city. You will time right about the time he gets to the friends at the door. What are you up to?
Right. Okay. So here's my thing. As I realized, I'm not saying this. Well, I said to Hendrix. So it occurs to me that I've got a great idea, but I think that it's not going to work from where we are just now. I'm going to walk boomerang style, heading towards the perimeter of the town as I'm talking to him, and hoping that Hendrix doesn't notice what's going to happen. And I'm going to be like, so look, here's an idea. How about this? Lucius is my friend / brother. Let's make it family. The cousins, obviously. Look at the difference. It'd be ridiculous to make a story about a giant guy and a small guy and their brothers. No one would believe that. What's it going to be like? The big guy, some kind of really cool dude, and the small guy, some kind of arsehole? No, that's ridiculous. All right, so look, we're going to have a big guy and a small guy, cousins, and we're on holiday. Because he's probably going to claim that he's going to say gladiator, because it's Lucius. He always brings up that gladiator line. It's number 2 on his hit list, right? So what we'll do is we'll say that we were out on holiday and someone sold him the armor, right? And the armor's cursed, right? and we're out on the road, and he just lost his shit, and he just attacked us violently, and he beat us up really, really badly. And look at our faces; don't they look absolutely bruised and broken and bloody and cut? By this point, we're going to be up on the perimeter of the wall, and I'm going to be like, okay, so all we have to do is just go up to the front gate and tell them that. But we can't do that from inside the city, can we?
No, I guess not. But what happens if they recognise us? We've already been inside once.
Yeah, but how much attention were they really paying attention? I mean, you were with a bird, and I was actually playing music.
I hooded up. I could take the garments off and go back to looking common, so I'm good.
I'm thinking that our faces are going to be pretty cut up, you know, from the fall, and I push him off the wall onto the outside of the city. That's a 10-foot drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm looking for him to face plant.
And then
I mean, if you guys are, like, grabbing onto the edge and lowering yourselves down, no problem. Because just jumping off, then we can see if we want to roll for acrobatics or...
No. We're looking to do a bit of damage here.
Oh,
like,
fall. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I just pushed him off the wall there. And then as he falls, I go, this is going to hurt. And I resist the urge to cast Featherfall as I fall, and I just last second I'm smiling all the way down, and the last second I just turn because I'm a bit of a coward and I look pretty. Yeah.
I mean, you'll take 2 points of damage from the fall.
Each. I can't believe I was haggling.
It's like, what, you want me to roll separately or what?
No, you're good. You're a good GM. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. I'm going to pick up Hendrix, and I'm going to smile cheerfully as I got a little nose bleed coming down, maybe a bit of a broken nose. I go, see? Who needs a disguise kit? We look absolutely wrecked. That wine was quite strong.
I wouldn't know.
That's fair. At least you're not paid for it, though. And I'm going to head up to the guard at the gate and tell them the story.
Oi, what happened?
My cousin. I think he's gone mad. I don't know what's happened. He attacked us on the road. He's a big geezer. He's normally such a controlled individual. He's a famous gladiator. You probably heard of him, Lucius. Anyway, he bought this dodgy armor, and I don't know. Well, I say bought. He was given to him by this mysterious stranger in the alleyway. You know how that goes when you're on holiday. Anyway, so he put on the armor, and he's been acting weird all day, murmuring to himself, and going, "I'm going to destroy them all." I was like, "What's going on?" He goes, "I don't know. Have you got a cup of tea?" I was like, "Yeah, I've got a cup of tea, but you all right? You're fine, all right." And then later on, he just beat us up, and he ran off crying. I'm really worried about him because he's not himself, you know. He's running away. He's not paying attention. You might have seen him. A big geezer wearing big yellow armor.
Why don't you give me a deception check?
Sure.
If I can help you in any way.
Can I have an advantage?
Sure. Yeah, we'll give you advantage.
You actually got advantage from Chinkomancer or Chinomancer.
I'm going to take it from the aid and hold on to the Chico Master one afterwards. But don't worry about it. I had a natural 20, so that's 29.
Yeah. He goes, "Oh dear. Yeah. Come in. I'm going to take him to the guardhouse. We caught this guy. Your cousin, you say he is?
Yeah. Cousin Lucius.
Yeah.
He's a bit simple-minded. He used to be a gladiator, but I think he's been hit many times in the face. You know what I mean?
That might make sense. We've got him actually in the guardhouse over here.
Oh God, is he still wearing his armor?
I don't know. I'm not peeking in at the guys.
What?
Come on! And
Let's go.
He starts rushing you over to the guardhouse building. Off to the side, a nice, solid-looking granite building. Barred windows, big, solid, sturdy, oak door with barred window in it. And he goes over. Here we are. And he throws the door open, rushes in. Get some water and some rags. Let's get him cleaned up.
Some rags? What's wrong with you? Look at me. It's rags.
What, you want a cleric? I could take you to the damn temple. If you want
No, I don't
find
believe
your cousin.
it. Thanks very much. No,
He's
it's
here.
fine. I'm a practicing atheist. Thank you, though. Appreciate your time.
Sue, come take care of this guy. I gotta get back to the gate. He says
Have you
he's
seen
cousins
my
with Lucius.
Yes. Have you seen Cousin Lulu?
And this girl comes walking over, probably like mid-20s, human female, dark hair, kind of a little thicker. She's got on like a breastplate. She comes rushing over. Here, sit down, love. Sit down.
All right.
You say you're cousins with the men they brought in.
Yes, that's right.
Do you know anything about what happened before? Like, when did he get this armor? What's going on?
We're in this alleyway in the capital, and some guy comes running in. He's about the same size as my cousin. He's like, "Oh, you look like you fit. Here, put this on." I go, "What's this blood on here?" And he goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll do it at a discount price." And I'm like, "I don't want to take no bloody armor off you, mate, if you don't mind me asking." But Lucius is all like, "Oh, look at that. What is that, gold?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And I go, "That's not gold. That's paint. Look at that. It's rubbish." And he goes, No, that's gold. You don't know." I go, "I know what gold is. Anyway, gold armor, that's stupid. What do you want gold armor for? That's just going to melt, innit? You just want to get yourself some plate, innit, mate? Obviously." So the guy's like, "Look, I'll tell you what, I'll do you a deal. I'll do it for a pony." I go, I haven't got a pony." He goes, "Look, I've got to get the hell out of here. Besides, I'm at 50 gold pieces." I go, "Oh, I didn't understand that." But anyway, look, all I have to know is what's going on here. So next thing I know, Geezer's done a runner, naked. That's weird, right? That's weird. That's going to stay with me. That's a burned image. Didn't need that in my life. Anyway, and I'm looking over at Big Little L, their lovable galoot. He's got naked now. He's putting on this geezer's bloody armor. And by bloody, I don't mean by Our Lady. I mean covered in crimson, if you know what I mean. Anyway, and I'm like, "Mate, you can't put that on. You don't know where that's been." He goes, "I don't care. I got it for free. Free armor, mate. I'm on holiday. I'm doing well. I used to get stuff like this all the time in the arena." I go, "You and your bloody arena. I don't need to know about your life as a gladiator. Get over yourself. You're an old bastard. You've been conked to the face about 20,000 times. You don't even know your own name most days." And he's like, "Listen, I didn't even piss myself today." I said, "Yeah, but it's only early, isn't it?" Anyway, so then he says to me, "All right, look, I'm going to put on this armor. I'm going to do what I like, and you can't stop me, all right?" So he puts on the armor. Next thing I know, he's actually going out to my mate Hendrix over here. He's like, "Oi, chub, I'm going to murder you." And I'm like, "What?" I go, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, I mean, a cup of tea. I could murder a cup of tea." But I can see he's kind of lying, you know what I mean? I'm like, "Yeah, I think you actually go murder him," but later on. So we went for a little bit of wander. And I say a little bit of a wander. He does a run out of the bloody city going, "They are coming after me." And I go, "There's no one coming after you, you nutbag." Anyway, so what's going on next is I go around there, get into the wilderness. We're walking through the bloody world. I'm like, "This is a terrible holiday. I wanted to be around the pool, have a couple of margaritas, you know, meet a couple of young ladies." You look very nice, by the way. But anyway, carry on there. Get about daylight. He punches me in the face. Me, his cousin. What's that about? I'm like, "Oi, you punched me in the face. I'm your cousin. What's that about?" And he goes, "I didn't even mean it." And he runs off again from me, his cousin. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so me and my mate here, we go running after him. He turns around, beats the hell out of both of us. He's a big lad. We're kind of small. No offense, but you are, mate. You are. You're a little bit small compared to him anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, he goes off and he does one. And we come chasing him, tracked him down. Here we are.
All right. Wow. That was a lot in a very short time, love. But okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds awful. Okay. Let me get the captain.
Is he still wearing the armor?
No, he took it off.
Lucius! I got some running through the actual police station, like shouting at his name. Lucius! I'm tiny, and so I go through her legs. I don't care. Lucius! Where are you? Cousin, come back for me! Darting around.
You probably hear him at some point there, Lucius. Shortly after your dad said your friends are at the door, and now you're hearing this, Lucius.
How much time do I have before a guard actually accosts me and says, "Don't go near him"?
They're scattered through this building, and they're all kind of like looking at you strangely. He is currently in a room with like a big solid oak door with bars on the window area, so I don't know how much you probably wouldn't be able to see him unless he comes up to the window itself.
All right, but are we alone at this moment, or are people looking at me?
I'll give you a moment.
Okay, I'm gonna literally as Lucius. Oh, wait, listen, mate. You're my cousin. You went nuts. You got yourself a free armor for some geezer you never met before. Who's the same size as you. All right, got it.
Got it. Just in case, I'm gonna put my armor back on because
No, you take the armor off, mate. I will come in there. I will slap you silly. I will fight.
She's gonna fucking kill me for those things. Okay, fine. I'll take it off.
Take that armor away from him. It's cursed. You're gonna thank me. Cursed, I say.
Took my weapons too, man.
Oh, you can give him back his weapons. They're his.
You see the dwarf come strolling by. Now, what's all this?
I gonna tell him the same story. I'm not gonna do it again.
Yeah, it's fine.
At the same speed, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
story. We could do it like a proper Guy Ritchie zoom cut.
Yeah. There's various elements of it. Wow, you got a set of lungs on you.
That's what she said.
So we have an issue, though, because...
Oh, lungs. Sorry.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion, deception, one of the above.
I'm going to go with deception.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Of course, this is when I have to roll a natural 20 for his insight. Look.
I hear you. I'm going to then use my advantage at this stage.
Go for it.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, no.
Look, I can appreciate it all. We'll get the armor out. We can have some people look at it.
Earn it.
And we'll figure things out. Like I told your cousin, he'll be compensated for his time here on the island, being taken up, and perhaps given better accommodations for his stay when and if he is proven to be innocent. But I can't just let anybody out because some geezer walks in with a story.
Respectfully, mate, you can. You have that power. And here's the other side of that coin. Where are we going to go? It's not like we're going to just disappear in the night or in the next 24 hours. You could put us on the town curfew right now. We know where we're going to stay. We're going to find ourselves a nice hotel. I imagine you've got some pub out there who's got some kind of royal in its name. I know, the Prince's Knee or the Queen's Latouche. You know, standard fare, innit? They tend to be the normal expensive ones. My boy's got the money for it. We'll put up for a stay in there. You come by and visit us over breakfast. Nice and easy. But I beg of you, he's had a very traumatic experience and he has got some mental issues. You leave him alone in here overnight, it could scar him. It could really genuinely scar him. Yeah? And I can't go back to my aunt and have her ask me, did you look after Lucius? Or did you leave him in a dark room by himself that was locked overnight? You understand me?
Bill, while he's saying this, because they were near me and I hear it, I'm going to start pulling like the bars off the window. Like, try to...
Lou, mate, it's alright. I'm right here, mate, I'm right here. It's okay. It's alright. Sun's going
Lucia's
down.
having his milk by this time.
It's alright.
So what I'm hearing is that I need to take everything off of him, everything away from him, take away all amenities so he's safe from himself and from others. Why would I let him free in a city when you, his cousin, is saying that he shouldn't be allowed to do damage?
I'm saying if you have him with me and I am in the room with him at a nice hotel where I can feed him, I can give him his medicine, which I don't have with me, but I can get hold of it. Alright? I can look after him. Please. Sir, you must have family. You've got to be able to look after us in this process.
Well, if you like, you can go to your hotel or wherever you've got his medication. You can go get it, and I'll get you a bed in the same room as him. I'm trying my best here, man, but, I've also got a duty, a responsibility.
What's your name?
Stonehammer, I think is what it was, right? Stonehammer?
Yeah,
Stronghammer?
Dan Stonehammer. Stronghammer, you're right, it's Dan Stronghammer.
Stronghammer.
I look at him for reasons I'd rather not say. It's not a good idea for me to be inside a jail cell again. I would respectfully decline that opportunity, and I will, if you're going to be that way, I will get what is necessary. I will come by in the morning and I will take him out. Is there a bail that we can post him?
He's under orders to be detained until witnesses can come. It should be, hopefully, first thing in the morning.
Whose orders? If you don't mind us asking.
The orders come from the capital, so whether they are actually, or just in the name, of King Hestitis, that is sealed with royal emblems.
Alright. Alright, that's fine. Do you know who's going to be coming by in the morning then?
Various members from the capital. They were dispatched, plus probably a witness from the city to tell us if this is indeed the man that they saw.
Sure.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the inside of this place made out of?
The walls and everything are made out of like thick stone, like granite stone, with heavy bars, like kind of worked into the stone. Dwarven wrought kind of masonry.
They're talking and they're not paying attention to me. I know that the door was made out of wood, so I'm gonna use a fireball to set it on fire. And then I'm just gonna start screaming, "Help! Fire!"
Yeah, Oma, it must be cursed still. Everyone, run away! It's getting violent.
He kind of grumbles a little, pulls out a key, opens it up. Sue, the woman, what were you doing, Hendrix?
I was just going to say I want to see who has the key and keep an eye on it.
Yeah, the captain pulls out like a chain with several keys. Sue runs over with like a bucket of water, the same water that they were going to use to clean you up with, and like throws it on the water on the door. Looks like, for his sake, we better put some guard on the door. I like the boy, but, if it is as bad as you say, I have no other options.
I understand. Can I leave him my bedroll?
Yeah, I don't see why not. There's a bed in there, but if he feels more comfortable with that. Sue, can you relieve him of the rest of his gear in there? I'd hate for him to accidentally choke himself in the middle of the night or something. She walks in, starts to gather anything off of Lucia she can.
If she pets me down, he's gonna wink at her, and then he's just gonna go, if all you needed to do was ask if you wanted to do something.
Lucius, show a bit of respect to the nice young lady.
No
That
offense.
is the way that we talk about women, sir.
Well, I'm not saying that you wouldn't be a nice one, but, duty. And she starts
Maybe next time then.
pulling off your gauntlets, pulling off anything on you.
Oh shit, that my fucking gauntlet.
Okay.
She walks over and stashes everything in this there's a large, very solid metal chest, in the middle of the kind of station. the guardhouse. And
Are we right in the very center of the guardhouse, or is this? Does it have a window facing outwards?
there's not many windows that face out onto the streets themselves. The ones that are up front of the building, and this is kind of like more towards the back of the building. They always have iron bars, like really thick, sturdy bars on all those windows. And there's like there's a wall that is behind like the entryway that where all these cells are and everything. And there's like a section where there's a few of these iron chests that they keep things in, and like a shield wall, like a wall with shields and spears and stuff, like extra spares and like kind of a minor armory sort of a thing.
The actual cell itself, I'm saying, the four walls of the cell, do any of them have an exterior wall as their wall?
Yeah, there would be one of the walls is going to be fairly solid granite with a tiny little, like, almost like an arrow slit sort of window with iron bars within there as well.
That's fine. Okay.
I was curious, and if not, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
When she starts taking all my stuff and she goes to go take the gauntlets, I just want to look at her and go like, "Can I please just keep this? They're from my father, and he's dead." I'm gonna lie to her, but it means a lot to me, please.
I mean, you can give a deception check to see how much she believes you, but we're pretty high up there at this point because they're all a little.
Yeah, but I'm 11.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, love. Captain says, and you know how that goes, being a military man yourself. They'll be safe, don't worry. And she'll carefully take them off, wrap them up in like a bit of cloth, and set them in the chest.
Okay. Do I feel like if I give this bedroll, it's going to be inspected before I give it to him?
Probably, given the like level of kind of security that they're now on with them. Before they were like, okay, here you go, here's all this stuff, and now they're like taking the fork out of the room and like removing anything that they think could be potentially dangerous.
Okay. All right. Anything that could be potentially dangerous, they're going to have a problem with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the sense we're getting anyway.
How long does it take for like an item to unattune from you? Is it just when you take it off?
I don't think so. I think as long as it's attuned, it's attuned. You just don't get the benefit of it if it's not physically.
So if they're looking at me, they will start noticing that like my muscle tone starts to like slowly fade away, and not a stone.
He goes from it's like the reverse Captain America. Like instead of going from Steve Rich,
this is good.
To you go from to. Nice.
See that? Curse of the armor there. Leaving him.
Well, probably for the best then.
Alright, fair enough. Here's your bedroll. Here is your lucky bag of flour. There you go, mate. As you like to have it. Here is the silk rope that your mum gave you. Alright, hold on to that. Be nice and safe with it.
Sorry, the rope we don't want.
Oh, no? Oh, no.
Myself.
I understand.
Just in case. We don't want him to,
Sure. Of course. No problem at all. And I will also leave him a candle.
Okay.
So he's not alone in the dark. He's got a little bag of flour. And he's got a candle. And I'm going to leave him also a water skin. Just a plain old water skin, GM. Okay. There's nothing in it at all.
Nothing
just
special. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Cool. Nice. And I will go. Here's everything you're going to need. And I give him a look, looking at his face, and then my eyes will dart for just a second towards that window spacing. And I will hope that he can work something out. And I will leave.
All right. Sounds good. You guys exit. The cell door is shut and solidly locked. 2 guards placed in front of it.
When it's locked, does the guard captain lock it, or has somebody else got the same set of keys?
The guard captain will lock it, and then
Looking around the room, does it look like he's the only one with keys? Or is there...
give me a perception check.
Like, now I know that it's a ring of keys. Do I see multiple people with a ring of keys? Perception, you say?
Yeah, just to spot like how much you take in.
22.
22. You actually do spot one other gentleman. Looks like he is just based on the quality of his armor and everything. Looks like he's fairly up there. Not obviously the captain level, but like a sergeant sort of thing, or lieutenant sort of thing in modern air quotes structures. Who seems to have like a ring of keys that is like solidly like latched onto his belt. Like there's like a it's got like a metal, like almost like a carabiner style clip that's like clipped onto like his belt. And he's currently like standing behind the main desk, like by the entryway.
Everyone's watching us, right? We're like 100%. Everyone's got eyes on the two of us.
Yeah, I mean, well, and there's not much else going on in the guardhouse right now. Like, there's probably a couple people in a few cells, but like this has drawn attention, especially with the theatrics of the entry.
Yeah, it is what it is. You make a loud noise. Sometimes it doesn't go. What are you gonna do? I gonna walk out of the prison with Hendrix, and I'm gonna lean into him and go, "You reckon you can get a message out to our boy?"
Now I know where he is. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a little walk around. I'd like to walk around to the back of the prison to see if I can work out which window is Lucius's, hoping that he would have lit a candle so there would actually be a light showing from his window. But we'll see how that goes.
Lucius.
If not,
he would definitely have put the candle in the table and light it up, and then he would lay in the bed and put the sack of flour to the side where the guards can't see me, and put my hand in there to see if there's anything in there.
Yes, there is. Flour.
What the hell do you give me a sack of flour for? I thought you were hiding something in there.
Okay. Are you gonna check the water skin?
Sure.
You're not gonna check the water skin?
He would probably try to drink out of it.
That's gonna be a mistake because it's filled with oil. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure as soon as he hits his tongue, he would taste it.
Yeah. So, you've got a flammable substance. You got flame, you got oil, and you got flour. You have the ability to cast fire whenever you want to. Even that there with you for the moment, that's fine. But
bake us a cake. No, sorry.
You could just bake a cake if you wanted to as well. That's also an option that is available to you. Do you have any eggs? But I will say that you
let me get my chicken.
You perhaps remember when we were fighting against the flame creatures that I threw a bag of flour at them and cast a flame spell, and it blew up the vapor of the flour, because flour, when it's in powdered form and spread out, becomes a flammable substance.
I got you. I'm getting a hint here, so when it gets later, I'll try something.
No idea. Anyway, so he's there. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna say, could you just a quick message into Lucius and just remind him of all those things? I'm worried that he has actually been knocked on the head too many times for him to remember stuff. That's all.
Right, Lucius is Hendrix. You know why he gave you those items, right?
Yeah, I imagine he wants to try to blow up the wall to get out, something like that.
I'll turn back. Alright, yeah, he plans to blow up the wall with it. What did you give him?
Some flour, oil, candle, usual. What? Have you never blown up a wall in a jail cell before?
I've never got caught.
See, this is why I like you, Hendrix. Tell him also, if he can, maybe it would be a good idea for him to soak up whatever cloth he can find with the oil, wrap it up tight and just twist it around the bars, make them as tight and compressed as possible as well. Yeah. But
I share.
don't do it for the next 2 hours. Wait 2 hours, because mate, we made a loud noise.
I would also let Hendrix know the armor, all that stuff. That's fine. They take it, but those gauntlets was a gift from my father. I really need those. So if you guys could do something about that later, and your, special hands.
He really wants his gauntlets back, but doesn't give a crap about the rest. I might have an idea, but we need a dead body.
Chaos. You can get a dead body like that. Alright.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do one.
Oh,
We've got 2 hours to burn.
I hesitate to ask. All right.
As we go past, I'm going to take my blue candle and put a little smiling one sigil at perpendicular below the actual window.
Yeah.
Just a small one. And then just do one.
Sounds good.
Okay. Gotta love a blue candle, you guys.
Yeah. All right. So what are we up to now, guys?
Back to the hotel, I guess.
As we're walking back to the hotel, I'm just going to Randy. Well, we if we want to get, my plan is right.
Okay.
He blows up the bars.
Yeah.
But he gets caught in the flame. And he's burnt to a crisp and found the next morning.
Right.
You're unhappy.
Yeah.
You collect his things.
Yeah.
We leave.
Yeah.
He's not really burnt to a crisp though. We've got him out and replaced the body. But we need a body.
We need a big, large body.
Well, we saw how he shrunk when he took the gauntlets off.
We don't need a big, large body. We just need a
Don't.
body. Oh, that's nefarious. I look at Hendrix with newfound respect in my eyes. Like I had some before, but that's villainous. I love it.
Yeah, you see a little awkward gleam in his eye you weren't expecting. Like,
Yeah, all right.
he may have done this before. Like,
Yeah, no. I've normally broken out of a jail cell, been alive, been had to fake my own death. So that's all right. No, okay, I can do the morning cousin. My only worry is that by the time we get in there for a morning cousin, the capital would have their people over. How long have we? Do you know if Medea's got her message yet? How long will it take for that owl to get over there?
I can only sense it within a mile, and I'm pretty sure we're more than a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, it's a good.
I could sense it up to a point, and then he's gone until he comes back in radius. So,
I mean, between everything, it took you guys most of the day to get to the city after having traveled outside of the other city. The owl will move faster, but it will take hours before the owl fully reaches its destination, and then it would be hours before it could return.
Well, how long would it take for the ship to make ready and be on its way and then get to us?
I mean, probably longer than it would take for the owl to get back to you guys with any sort of answer, but probably within a few hours after that. So you're probably looking at sometime late tomorrow before you guys would have an airship available.
Late tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Because you figure the owl won't get there till probably morning. Then we'll have to give the message. She has to gather the crew, cast off, make it around.
The time frame's off. Hendrix. Time frame's off.
oh my god.
By the time... Yeah, no, alright. That might work. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do that then. My only worry is they're going to be like, well, they already know that he set off a fire without my help.
So, you could have just combusted.
I did warn them not to leave him in a locked room.
I think I'm crazy, so that will work out.
And I did say that I didn't want to go into reasons why I didn't want to be in a locked room with him. Alright, this works. Here. Who's the sun god of this world? Prepping a backstory as to who his divine father is.
Oh, who his divine father is?
Don't tell me you bought that.
Oh no, I didn't, but I am inspired by it to make up some real bullshit.
Okay. The actual sun god, let's see.
So we'll just say he's like the son of the sun god. Flamed out. He's dead. Alright, we'll keep it. Let's head back.
Your uncle-in-law, the sun god.
Hey, we're cousins, you know, but on my mother's side. On his mother's side. Right.
Okay. Messed up family tree you're weaving there.
I don't know, man. I feel like family barbecues would have been a rager. Can you imagine a sun god working a barbecue? That would have been hilarious, bro.
Anyway, let's head back to Pius.
Alright, so you guys get back to Pios.
Picking pockets the whole way through.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100% we're picking pockets the entire way through. Drunk people at night coming out of bars and whatnot, we're picking as many pockets as possible. We have to pay off an expensive wine tab.
Yeah, alright. Sleight of hand checks, whoever's doing them.
If you're doing them, I'm going to give you bardic inspiration.
Yeah, go for it. So there's, how many do you want? There's 1 of 15, and I'll chuck a bardic inspiration on it. Was it a d6?
Yes, mate.
You also have advantage, don't forget. From Shadow Soldier people. You want to use that too?
Nah, not yet. So that's a 17. Oh no, doesn't with yours I get to roll it again if I want to.
You do.
Then I will do that because I've got to be a 2. And I roll another 2.
Alright.
So is it 15 plus 7? 15 plus 2 is 17.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to kind of make your way through the city bit by bit. It's a mining town. There's not a ton of wealth through most of the city. You pick up kind of over the course about 15 gold worth of coins in various denominations, copper, silver, whatever. It's, you know, the bonus is no one figured it out, at least not enough to associate it with you. But it's not like you're running around with enough to pay off that tab.
Right, that's fine. As we're going through, do we see any jeweler shops?
Like, I am bound and determined to steal something worthwhile. You see the Duchess's gem. And a nice, like, you know, wooden building with big windows, very thick big windows, with various things on display.
Any windows open at all? Like a little crack?
No, they're like solid because they're like store windows. There is a gnome woman kind of screwing around inside who's like cleaning things, polishing various glass display cases.
Okay. Right, well, don't want to disturb her or hurt her, so gonna move on past that. That's fine.
Sorry, I was trying to give you social interaction. I was like, oh, give him a chance. See what he wants to do with it.
Listen, all I'm seeing is a working class woman who's doing her job, and wherever it happens, she's going to be the first one held responsible for any kind of robbery.
Fair enough.
Yeah, alright. I look around and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull a Hail Mary. I'm going to go visit Gracie.
Who's Gracie?
That old lady who's on the balcony. I think she's well into me. Oh, mate. I don't want to rob her. I am going to prostitute myself, though, for her. Let's go.
I'll meet Pius. Come find us when you're done.
You don't want to see this, mate. It's about to get a little hectic.
I don't want to see this.
No, I understand. I'll see you in a bit.
Oh my god. right. Yeah.
Do you just want to find just do a quick persuasion roll and
please. Sounds
just
good.
rail over the process and see how that goes?
Please, let's not go into.
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, I'm up for it. I'm definitely. I'll give you my aims and objectives. I'm going to offer them the opportunity for a young stud menage a trois, her and her girlfriend. I'm going to shoot for the entire night with them for as much as I possibly can get.
Okay.
And I will let them do whatever they want to do.
All right.
Balloon play, I don't mind any of it.
All right. Roll persuasion. I'll give you advantage on this one, though.
Okay. May need it. So then for persuasion or perform?
Whatever. Well, I mean, for starters, however you want to do it. Honestly, I'm cool with. But my thought is that you're trying to convince them to pay for the experience, sort of a thing.
Yeah. I'm going to go with performance.
Okay.
I'm going in.
Just
big.
before you go in,
Yeah.
just wipe the cuts off your face. Tidy up your clothes a little bit.
Thank you.
Turn you around, give you a slap on the ass. Go get him, Tiger.
All right. That is a performance of 28, sir.
Okay. Roll me D100.
And times it by 1,000. Here we go. D100. Oh my god. In the history of time. Let's make this happen, people. Come on. That is the worst. 390.
What did we roll? Oh my god.
39.
29. Is
Three-
that what you said?
30.
39.
That's how many minutes they last before needing a nap.
Yeah. Right?
How many kilograms the diamond is that she gives me?
Okay. Let's see. Had a number in my head.
Is it 69?
I'll increase it
Surely
slightly.
it's 99. Okay.
So, they have about 200 gold between the two of them.
I will take that.
Because I was thinking 5 times, then I'll just round up to the nearest whatever. So,
Okay, so 50 times
that
5.
works.
There we go.
Meanwhile, and Randy's busy for quite a while, Pios and Hendrix. What's going on?
Oh, out of curiosity, there's the Grace's place where he's gone into. It's literally over the road. Is that right?
Yeah, it's right across the way. There's like an older, nice
Within,
house
let's say,
with a balcony.
within like 50 feet, I'm assuming.
I say your message could reach how you will. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
more to the point,
just-
you do hear some noises. You hear some words.
It gets weird. Not gonna lie.
It gets weird. There's an
I'm about to
occasional...
message, then hear the noises and go, he's cool. I don't want no whisper in my ear of that.
It sounds suspiciously like a coyote yipping at one point. I don't know what that's about.
Boxes in the back garden. Right. I'll info dump everything that we've just gone through and the plan to get a body and burn it and switch it out in a couple of hours for Lucius so we can get away, and Randall being the grieving cousin the next day. The only issue is we need a body, and it can't be somebody known.
Indeed.
Is that
Because I could take out the guy that owns this place.
I feel he would be known.
Indeed. I do have magic.
Sorry? You have magic.
I can do illusions.
What?
They're minor, though. We would have to flee quickly after we get him out.
Just trying to think of something a little bit more permanent.
Or I can
For
take
the-
out the owner.
Can we take somebody else out?
I guess. But we owe the owner lots of money.
We maybe
we've got a plan for that. Randall's handling that.
Let me know when y'all mess that up too. And then Pius just leaves.
I look at Lucia and be like, I really hope he doesn't kill the owner.
You know, he's a very weird fellow. I prefer not to be alone with him for that amount of time again.
Agreed. I'll pull up a chair and sit to the open balcony and just...
Your friend got arrested. What is the plan to get him out?
Best if you don't know, to be honest. But we should be hopefully leaving tomorrow afternoon. Probably not the safest island for you here. Probably best if you accompany us.
Yeah, no, away from the place where people are trying to kill me sounds like a great plan. Yeah.
Glad you agree.
I mean,
you can take the bed and rest. I'll stay up and watch.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully your friend doesn't come back here with a dead body.
As soon as she says that, I'm like trying to message him, like, shit, don't bring the body back here. Stash it. I don't even know if it reaches him. He's terrible with the messages.
Mm-hmm. So she'll kind of lay down and uneasily eventually fall asleep. Pius, what are you up to?
I'm going out and going to go find someone that would probably fit the description of Lucius, but, you know, maybe like a tourist or whatnot. Somebody that's not... I'm going to be gone for a while, basically.
Oh,
and,
dear. Okay.
Yeah, and because I'm going to do the long dive into basically hunting down people. So...
All right. On that...
And also, it's not going to be a good guy either. It's going to be this one scummy person, you know, somebody that, you know, deserves to, you know, be taken out rather than, you know, a nice, cheery, happy, you know, innocent person. So.
All right. On that bright and shiny moment, I think we'll call it for the day. Oh my gosh. What an end. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you want more of Dave being a creepy killer, come join us later on tonight as we play our Princes of the Apocalypse game where Dave plays our creepy killer guy, rogue, Eustace Cooper. I'll be there as a cat warlock. And join us in 2 weeks from today. We'll find out what the hell happens. How we get Lucius out. Will the party escape? I don't know. Tune in next time. Same bad channel. Good night, everyone.
Peace out, people.
Hi, everyone.